Imagine a life where you're your own best friend, the one who never judges but instead understands and embraces every emotion with kindness. Sounds far-fetched? Well, for many, self-compassion and emotional healing remain a mystery, but they're crucial for any internal transformation. Developing self-compassion opens the door to a life filled with fulfillment and acceptance. In this process, you'll discover that the power of self-compassion for healing goes far beyond simply accepting yourself. It's about looking within and building a solid foundation of love and self-respect. In the next few minutes, you'll learn practices, techniques, and even a bit of philosophy on how to use emotional self-healing for your well-being. We'll talk about practical attitudes, self-compassion meditation exercises, and how this can deeply impact your daily life. Want to know how? Then stick around, because what you're about to hear is knowledge that many desire but few master. Get ready for a friend-to-friend chat, where every word has been chosen to help you heal your emotions with self-compassion and free yourself from emotional trauma. The emotional transformation you're looking for could be just a few steps away, and today, you'll understand how to take those steps with confidence and clarity. It's an invitation to an inner journey, where every practice and insight adds up, creating a safe space for self-care and renewal. Self-compassion and emotional healing begin with a shift in perspective, and that's where it all starts. Often, we're our harshest critics. When we make a mistake, self-criticism surfaces like a reflex. But pause for a moment. If a friend came to you seeking support, would you treat them with the same harshness you apply to yourself? That contrast is the first step to understanding how to develop self-compassion. The point isn't to ignore mistakes, but to address them with understanding and kindness. For those just starting out, developing self-compassion can be viewed as a daily practice of observing and embracing your own feelings without judgment. A recommended practice is to take 5 minutes each day to sit in silence and notice what you're feeling. It might be anger, frustration, or sadness. No matter what it is, allow yourself to feel it and observe what that generates in you. This is the principle of healing emotions with self-compassion, a moment where feelings don't need justification or denial. Another powerful way to start is by treating yourself with the same compassion you'd offer to a loved one. When you face a tough situation, imagine what you'd say to a friend going through the same thing. Repeat those words to yourself, even if just in your mind. Self-compassion and self-awareness go hand in hand, as treating yourself with more empathy helps you know yourself better, discover your weaknesses and strengths, and accept yourself genuinely. It's important to highlight that emotional healing from within involves seeing your own limitations with love. We all fail, and it's natural to feel disappointed. But what if, instead of condemning ourselves, we accepted that as part of our growth journey? This small shift in perspective can change everything. After all, to err is human, and each mistake brings a lesson to be learned, an opportunity for growth. Ultimately, the true value of self-compassion lies in building an internal environment of safety. Not a space where you never make mistakes, but where errors are welcomed and understood. It's here that you experience emotional well-being and self-love. When we grant ourselves this freedom, we begin to see our vulnerabilities not as weaknesses, but as legitimate parts of our essence. Practicing self-compassion for well-being is simple yet effective, and when applied daily, it transforms our relationship with our emotions. The first step is to establish a moment of connection with yourself. Choose a time of day, whether it's upon waking or before bed, and dedicate a few minutes to being present with your emotions. Sit in silence and feel each breath. With each exhale, release the accumulated tension. This basic self-compassion meditation exercise creates a pause where you allow any emotion to surface. Another healing exercise is the comfort touch. Place your hands on your chest and take a deep breath, internally repeating, "It's okay, I'm here for myself." This simple gesture creates an internal space where you feel safe. It may sound simple, but it's powerful. This touch practice creates an emotional anchor, a go-to point for moments when you feel shaken or anxious. It's an invitation to emotional healing from within and respect for your own feelings. Moreover, when more difficult emotions arise, try writing about them in a notebook. Call it your self-compassion journal. Take some time to write about what you feel, without worrying about structure or logic. Just let the words flow and allow yourself to express your emotions. When you finish, read it with care, as if you're reading the words of someone you love. This writing exercise is a powerful tool for emotional self-healing and helps you recognize, accept, and release your feelings. Affirmations also help in building self-love and emotional healing. Daily, take a moment to affirm something positive about yourself. It could be "I allow myself to make mistakes" or "I deserve care." By repeating this daily, you reinforce a positive self-image, which is essential for strengthening your emotional well-being. This positive reinforcement exercise creates a lighter relationship with your failures and successes, allowing for a compassionate and welcoming perspective on your actions. Each of these practices is a way to reshape your relationship with yourself. By practicing self-compassion practically and daily, you create a foundation of self-care that becomes a pillar in your life. Over time, this habit transforms into a shield against external criticism and judgment, enhancing your emotional well-being and self-love. For many, freeing oneself from emotional traumas is a complex issue. However, self-compassion can be the key to unlocking those emotional binds. When we talk about healing emotional wounds with self-compassion, we mean embracing those difficult experiences without the need to suppress or ignore the pain. This means allowing yourself to feel, acknowledge, and respect your own traumas as part of the journey. A powerful exercise for those seeking to heal traumas is the practice of compassionate observation. Choose a moment when you're at peace and focus on the emotions that arise when thinking about the trauma. Observe those sensations without judgment. By doing this, you're signaling to your brain that those emotions can exist without threat. This act of observation opens space for spiritual healing and self-compassion, allowing the trauma to begin to dissipate. Another effective technique is visualization. During the guided meditation for self-compassion, visualize a safe and welcoming place where you feel protected. Picture yourself in that space, surrounded by peace. This simple exercise creates a sense of safety, which is necessary for the healing process. Each time you return to this practice, you reinforce an inner connection that favors emotional healing. To go even further, try the therapeutic writing technique about the trauma. Write about what you feel regarding the situation you experienced and how you'd like to treat yourself moving forward. Acknowledge the feelings involved and allow yourself to embrace each emotion as legitimate. Writing is a safe way to heal emotional wounds with self-compassion and helps you understand what you feel in a practical and tangible way. Self-compassion and self-awareness go hand in hand in this process. With each practice, you become more aware of yourself and your story, which helps you understand your reactions. Over time, you start to see the trauma not as a burden, but as a part of your journey that you've overcome. This compassionate perspective allows you to free yourself from painful memories and move towards peace. In conclusion, remember that self-compassion is a gift you can give yourself daily, creating space for true emotional healing from within. If you're looking for more balance and well-being, start applying these simple steps and see how transformation happens. After all, taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's a necessary journey to live in peace and fulfillment. Now, I invite you to try these practices. Set aside a moment today to place your hand on your chest and embrace yourself, or write something positive about yourself. Do this for a week and feel the difference. If you want to go deeper, explore a guided meditation for self-compassion or write about what you feel in your journal. These steps are simple but powerful. Don't forget to like this video, and if you feel inspired, share your experience here in the comments.